What's going on, people? Welcome to the YouTube channel. Today we're looking at a video which comes from Cincinnati and shows a county jail deputy kicking an inmate in the head and ultimately being found not guilty of any assault charges. Without any further ado, let's get straight into the video. A judge ruled on Friday that a former Hamilton County Sheriff's deputy did not commit a crime 2 years ago when he kicked a jail inmate in the head after the man bit his work boot. At a bench trial on Friday, which lasted around 3.5 hours, Judge Bernie Bouchard found Jesse Franklin not guilty of a misdemeanor assault charge. Bouchard said, "The use of force by Franklin in this particular situation did not rise to the level of a crime. The incident happened on the 9th of June 2020. At the time, Franklin was a sergeant at the county jail. He was ultimately fired because of his actions." The man who Franklin kicked, Nick Balcino, had been taken to jail by the Cincinnati police after being arrested on 2 charges of disorderly conduct while intoxicated and obstructing the police. Balcino, 46, became combative and aggressive. It took at least 5 deputies initially to take him to the ground and to restrain him. After an investigation, Franklin was charged in July 2020 with misdemeanor assault, but a year later, in August 2021, city prosecutors dismissed the charge. Franklin's attorney, Mike Allen, said in court documents that the charge was dismissed because prosecutors could find no expert who would say Franklin's conduct was criminal or even unreasonable. Then, in November 2021, Franklin was again charged with misdemeanor assault. Charging documents, which includes a few details, cite a detective's investigation and a video of the incident. The documents say that Franklin kicked Balcino in the head while he was laying on the floor, face down. Then Sheriff Jim Neal said at the time he was outraged by Franklin's conduct and that it was inconsistent with the agency's training. Allen said in court documents that a use of force expert determined Franklin used a permitted range of force during the incident. Franklin's kick, according to the documents, didn't even subdue Balcino. According to the documents, the video reveals that Balcino continued to both resist and assault officers while being lifted from the ground and pressed against the wall, and even after deputies placed a hood over his head because he was spitting at them. A spokeswoman from the sheriff's office, Sheriff Charmaine McGuffey's administration, will continue to have zero tolerance for excessive force. She declined to comment further. Balcino has filed a lawsuit against Franklin, as well as the county, and that is still pending. Fanon Rucker, an attorney for Balcino, said Friday's verdict was not consistent with what everyone saw in their own eyes, and that Franklin's kick was not reasonable or an appropriate use of force. The outcome of the case, Rucker said, seems to indicate that there are different standards depending on your profession. If it had been anyone else who had kicked someone in the head, they'd probably still be in jail. So when it comes to this use of force in the UK, I can imagine people taking to the streets and kicking off about this one. Was that reaction reasonable? Was it an appropriate level of force which he used against the subject? So again, I'm not justifying or unduly criticising the officer's action. Now at the same time, I don't like the idea of having to volley people in the head. You're talking brain damage, broken jaws and long-lasting effects and potentially death. So no, I'm not happy about that. But we need to get this whole idea out of our head of just because someone's in handcuffs it means they're not a threat. I've been assaulted in handcuffs. And when we're doing our training, I managed to give someone an injury when I was wearing handcuffs. I was in handcuffs face down with 6 officers on me. I waited for one of them to stand up and I did like a little kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, like a fish flapping on the surface of dry land, and I kicked him in his back. He went over funny. I didn't mean to hurt him, but he went over funny and he managed to injure himself. If I wanted to, I could have done that all day. No matter what they did to me when they were pressing pressure points or trying to twist my arms, unless they broke something or held me in a stress position for a long time, I would have just continued to fight. And most importantly, I wonder what your thoughts are on the situation. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back with another one soon. Peace.